like some animal. My friends, they tell me I'm losing control, but I got a secret they don't know. I like that. Some animal. My friends, they tell me I'm losing control, but I got a secret they don't know. I like that.
Welcome back to Teacher Talk, Teacher Chat. I don't have a name. It's the live interactive conversation. Thank you to everyone for being here. It's great to see you all here. It's a nice, hopefully it's a good, nice time. My guest this week is from the south of England, Portsmouth. She's a great friend of mine. She's an amazing teacher. Her name is Nicki the English teacher. So let's bring her on and say hi. Hello, Nicki. Can you hear me?
Hi, yeah, I can hear you. I've got a bit of an echo though. I can hear you twice.
You can hear me twice. Okay, so I'm definitely going to put on my headphones. 1 second. So this is live TV, guys. This is
I'm going to put my headphones on too.
Definitely always can happen. All right. I think we get better sound. All right, I think that's might be better. I want to take a minute to say hi. So, Zdrasti Kalinka from Bulgaria, Kaksi, Dobre, I think that's how you say it. Raghav, my good friend from India is here. Can you hear me, Nicki?
You know what, Terry, I've got a repeat, so just give me a minute. You introduce and I'll join you in a sec.
Okay, that's kind of a tricky problem. All right. Marie is here. Bonjour, bienvenue. BSK from India. You've got to repeat on your second part. All right. Okay. All right. With a little technical problems here, guys. Hello, Tivia. Nice to meet you. You're from England, from the UK. You live in Crawley. Where's Crawley? Is that in the south? Is it the Midwest? Who else is here? Ivandro, boa tarde. Oh, bom dia for you guys. You're up early. Is it 8, 9 a.m. in Brazil? Let's see here. Jules family here. Oh, Suhana. Hello, hello. All right. 1 second here. Just had a dumbass troll, which I was able to block quickly. Bye-bye, Mr. Troll. Hi, Suhana. Nikki, can you hear me?
I think that's better now. Yes. Hi. Sorry about that. I was getting an echo.
Yeah. We had our first troll who just immediately got blocked. Bye-bye, Mr. Block person.
I saw that lovely message. Yeah.
But the live software we use permits us to prevent people who don't want to be here. Jules family is asking. She is from Portsmouth.
Yeah.
She is from Crawley, which is in West Sussex. That's the correct.
Okay. Yeah. I'm from Portsmouth in the south of England, right by the sea.
Let's see, did I miss anybody to say hi to? I don't think so. So the topic today is about money. How do you feel about money, Nikki? Positive?
Oh, that's a big question. Generally good. Yes, I feel good about money. What was the first? Hi.
I will get the questions out. Crystal clear, Alicia. So the sound. Hello, Alicia in the Philippines. Welcome. Thank you.
The sound. Yeah, my sound's much better now as well. All good.
Was that because you had the second window open, do you think?
Yeah, I think it was that. Yeah, all sorted.
All right. The first questions. Hello, Amal. How are you? First question is, what do you tend to spend your money on? So this was your original suggestion, Nikki, about how you spend money on something.
Yeah, useful proposition. So I would say that it's changed quite a lot. Years ago, I used to spend my money on shoes and going out, but now I spend my money on things for the house, things for my son. We've just done a big renovation, so that was quite a project and quite expensive. And what else? Oh, and I spend a fortune on books. I love reading, so I probably read about 2 or 3 books a week. So that costs me a fortune.
To spend a fortune on books.
Yeah.
So what about the guys in the comments? Carmen, buenos dias. Hello, Raghev. Raghev wants you to shout out his name for some reason.
Raghev. Okay, did I get the pronunciation correct? Raghev.
I think we do. Yeah, there. What do you guys tend to spend your money? I suppose when we're asking this question, we're asking about what extra money or what you mostly use your money for.
Yeah.
Suhana talks about on household expenses. That's very similar for me. I just got my gas bill yesterday for the winter gas bill, which was like the highest bill of the year.
What was the temperature in Ireland over the winter then?
It wasn't too bad. We've had worse winters, but there was 1 or 2 weeks where it got really cold. And there was 1 or 2 weeks where it got down to 2 or 3 degrees, and then at night it went to -2. And
so your gas bill went up, yeah.
Yeah, well, my dad was really kind, and he said, don't worry about it. I'll help you out a little bit, because I was complaining, saying, I'm cold all the time, So I'm kind of in the same situation as Alicia. Bills. I spend a lot of my money on bills. Jules' family says he uses money for books. Cool.
Nice. Yeah. Okay,
so,
good.
Nikki, what kind of books do you like to read, or what's your favorite kind of books to read?
Oh, I read a mix. So I like a fiction. I especially like a good crime novel to get stuck into. And but I also spend a lot of money on non-fiction books, just for learning about business and all different types of things. But yeah, if I could read a couple of novels a week, then I'm happy.
You're happy enough. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. What about you?
I read mostly nonfiction. At the moment, I'm reading always marketing books at the moment.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I can definitely relate to that.
But apart from that, I'm a massive science fiction fan. I have been reading I don't know if you know The Expanse. It's a TV series, but it's a series of novels. and the 9th book is coming out later this year.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I'm starting to reread from book 1 because they said in November the book 9 will come. So I'm starting on book 1 again.
Keeping you busy.
Marie likes to spend her money on traveling.
Oh,
Absolutely.
wouldn't it be so nice to go traveling? Yeah, that's a good thing to spend money on.
I would really like to go back to France. I've only been to France once, and I was in Lourdes in a small town just visiting. But there's so many beautiful, nice nature parks and places in France. I would really love. J'aimerais y retourner un jour. We'll hopefully come back. VSK spends his money on shopping. Very nice. Cool.
What kind of shopping, VSK? Was it clothes shopping, that type of thing?
Clothes shopping or video games or like that there. Alicia is the same, crime, fantasy. We call it the who done it. Do you love a good who done it?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I like to try and work out who the killer was before the end of the book.
Yeah. Raghav spends his money on nothing because I think Raghav is 14 years old, 15.
Oh, okay. You're lucky.
one day, Raghav.
Yeah.
Malamal, I use it on my room decor. That's very nice there, or books, usually chemistry books, because it's my brunch. Chemistry is are you studying chemistry, Amal? Is that your main specialty? That's really cool. Oh, Kalinka said something really nice here. I spend my money on flowers.
Oh, yeah, I know Kalinka from Bulgaria, and she has a beautiful garden, so I'm sure it looks really nice.
That's a really nice, productive way to use money, definitely.
Nice.
Carmen Domini from Uruguay. She's my student in English TV Live. She'd love to spend a month in Paris. All right, next year, 2022, Carmen, we'll meet in Paris.
Yeah,
okay?
I think a lot of people will be traveling next year.
That's what they say, that when this pandemic passes, that people are going to have more concerts, more outdoor events, more traveling than ever before, because at the moment we're all kind of locked down. I spend my money on sort of my bills and stuff and books, but I really like to spend some stuff on kind of some exercise equipment when I can. I have a big punching bag, which I bought for myself, which was one of my best investments. Don't know if you can see the weights down out there.
Not quite. So that's for getting all the aggression out from the day.
Yeah. Well, I used to work in restaurants and hotels, which was very physical. It was walking for 10, 12 hours every day. And now I spend a lot of my time sitting down, working on materials. So I really have to compensate a little bit. Yeah. Kalinka is from Plovdiv. Yes, I definitely want to visit Plovdiv when we can travel again. I have a few other students in Bulgaria.
Do you? Oh, nice. You can do a little tour.
Hopefully, yeah. Oops, wait. Are you good? So the next question, guys, we want to hear in the comments. Are you good at saving money? And just before you answer, I just wanted to explain to the students that when you talk about your ability, you will use sort of to be good at, save, the verb, and ing. A lot of students will say something, I am good in save money, but that's that's incorrect. We will say good at saving using the gerund. Tammy Aisha says, I spend my money on traveling. Yeah, a good investment.
Yeah, I agree, Terry. I hear that mistake a lot as well. So good of you to point it out. Good at saving. I am actually good at saving money. My dad is an accountant.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, do all your students know what an accountant is? So he worked with money and finance. So I think he raised me to be very good at saving money. So it was always, you can spend 50% and save 50%.
I like that phrase you said. He raised me to be good at saving money.
Yeah.
As in, to raise someone is when you are a parent, mother, father, and you sort of teach your child how to live.
Yeah.
I am not good at saving money.
You know, okay.
No, I could be much better. I think I have that little problem of when I get a little extra money, I get excited and spend it. And
Yeah. But I think it's nice to have a balance. I don't want to be the person that saves all my money, you know, and then you get hit by a bus and you never get a chance to spend it. So I think it's nice to have the balance.
There's a question here, Suhana. Is it wrong to say to spend money for something?
Good question.
I think we normally would say to spend money on something.
Yeah, I agree. I would always use that preposition, spend money on something.
I think, Suhana, we would say to save for something.
That might be where the confusion is. Yeah, save for something.
Save for something, and then to spend money on something. Are you saving money to buy anything at the moment?
Me, I nothing specific, but I always have a separate savings account that I put a little bit of money into each month. And it's not for anything specific, but if I decide I want to go on holiday when we get the chance again, or to do something nice, like splash out on a nice meal or go on a shopping spree or something, then I can treat myself.
That's a really cool expression you use, to splash out on something.
Yeah.
Could you describe for the people watching what you mean by splash out?
When you go a little bit crazy with the money and you think, I don't really need this. It's just something that will bring me joy, and I'm just going to go a bit crazy and spend some money without really thinking about it too much. Just treat yourself to something. Would you agree? Yeah,
I've done that a few times where I had some extra money and I'm going on holiday, and when I was on holiday, I really started to splash out, spending money in restaurants and enjoying it.
Yeah. And you think, I'm not going to think about the money. I'm just going to go for it and enjoy myself. Yeah.
I regret it a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe later you regret it. Yeah. So nothing specific, but yeah, just to have some money put aside for those kind of treats every now and then. Yeah. Oh, and actually, my brother lives in Canada, so we're hoping once the pandemic is over that we can go and visit him. So I guess I'm saving a little bit of money for that as well.
For a trip to Canada, yeah, cool. Alicia says, I try my best at saving money, but it sounds like you're similar to me, Alicia. It's not. VSK is saving money, so not. I am. Maybe it's better VSK to say I'm saving money because it's something you're actively doing.
To buy a bike, nice.
Yeah, is it a mountain bike? Is it a racing bike? It must be a really cool bike if you're saving money for it. Because I'm gonna buy a bike next month, but I'm gonna buy a cheap bike for 150 euros just to. It's just because my old bike is my old mother's bike, and it's slowly just breaking. Now that we're talking about this, I sort of remember a promise I made to my mother, because I've been talking about my dream in the next 5 to 10 years is to buy my own house somewhere in Ireland.
Okay.
And she kept telling me.
So where you are now, are you renting at the moment?
Yes, I'm renting a small apartment. It's a small 2-bedroom apartment in my hometown. I'll put it in the chat. It's Donegal town. It's in the northwest of Ireland. And I would be happy to buy something here or maybe another part of Ireland. But I remember she told me that if you just started to save just 50 euros every month, it would be a start, you know? Yeah. We're getting some more answers here. Yeah. Therese says, I'm not good at all at saving money, but during COVID period, it was a good way to do it.
Yeah, that's true, because we couldn't really spend money. There were no restaurants. I mean, still now here in England, the restaurants are closed, the shops are closed, non-essential shops. So you do find you've got a bit of money left at the end of the month.
Yeah,
nice.
It's the same here. We're in full lockdown, and
what are you going to spend it on, Marie-Therese? Can you put in the comments what you're going to spend that money on?
Or where is your next trip, your next travel plan?
Yeah, she said she liked traveling.
Alicia was asking about to splurge.
Yeah, that's a bit like we said, like splash out on. Yeah,
it's not as common, but it's definitely a funny, cool verb. Yeah, definitely, Alicia, you can say it. Raghav is very responsible. He's saving money, but not using it. Nothing to buy, but I'm saving for my future. Very, very smart, very wise young man.
Yeah.
Amal Amal is, I'm good at saving money. I have a piggy bank in order
nice vocabulary.
not doing extravagance. So maybe to give you a little feedback, Amal, would be to not do anything extravagant. Maybe would be slightly better. Well, but we understand exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Tami Aisha is, I try to save money, but it depends on situation. Generally, I only buy what I need. Very disciplined.
Tami,
very cool. Yeah. Hello, Robinson. How are you? Hi, Robinson from Brazil. Bom dia. E aí? Tá tudo
Hi,
bem?
Robinson.
He's a Udemy student, so bem-vindo. Seja bem-vindo para a aula, Robinson. Right.
I'll just say hello in English.
I have Udemy courses which are dedicated to Brazilians, and I speak Portuguese as well. I don't know if people know that, but I do. I'm not a man, I am a youth. Well, you're a very responsible young man.
Yeah. Saving money, learning English, very good.
So I have a question for you now, Nicki. Do you play the lottery?
No, I don't. I think that is kind of a waste of money, which I know we're going to talk about later. So I don't play the lottery. Sometimes, occasionally, if I'm with my son, we might buy a scratch card. I don't know if your students know what it is, but like a card where you scratch off the numbers and then you see if you won £10 or £100, just because it's quite fun to do with him.
Don't know if you guys, so we're talking about a scratch card. Is a small card you can buy, which you scratch usually with a coin, and you can win money, something like that.
Yeah, that's just for fun, but I've never won anything on it. But if I did play the lottery and I won the lottery, what would I do? There's nothing that jumps out really, but traveling is always a really nice option, I think, if you had a big win. Yeah, to travel in style. So, stay at some luxury hotels and fly first class, all of that.
Flying first class sounds very cool.
That's the dream. That's the dream. Yeah. I did it once, actually. I did fly first class once because a friend of mine had a connection with the airline, and it was so nice. The bed was more comfortable than my own bed.
Wow. Yeah. I play the lottery sometimes, but
you do?
I feel like I know what I'm buying. I'm buying the moment of excitement that maybe I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
So you've kind of accepted that you're not getting that money back, but it'll be fun on Saturday night when you see the numbers come up. Yeah,
it's the moment of adrenaline, the moment of excitement. I like it. I got there. And if I won the lottery, if I won a lot, like millions or whatever, I would definitely, I would help people get their university education. Like, it would be my dream, like in my small town, if I had serious money, I would build or create a small educational institute where it's just a place for people to study. And because a lot of universities are going online, it might increase the access, because in Ireland, we have the problem that the rent is just so high that in cities like Dublin, Galway, Limerick, and Cork, the rent is so high that people can't always go to university now. Right. So that's a really nice idea. I feel bad now, Terry. I said I'd go traveling. I didn't say I'd help people. That's a really nice idea. Because it was quite a difficult journey for me to get my university education, where I didn't do well as a teenager, didn't do well in secondary school, and then I got into a course later, but it was not easy. It was quite difficult, and it frustrates me to see that younger people are having a much harder time,
and everyone should have access to that.
I mean, the other thing, if I could do it, I would promote teaching of foreign languages in Ireland. If I had that serious money, I would promote French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Polish, German. I would try to give Irish kids that access to it, because I really believe in it a lot, but that's just me. So guys, do you play the lottery? And if you, so see, I don't know if you can see in the slide, like almost every time I ask this question to students,
People say travel the world, yeah. So that's
Travel the
not an
world.
option. Something different.
So some people are saying here, Raikev has never played the lottery. I don't know if you have to be 18 to play the lottery. I think you do.
I think you do. I think there is an age limit, yeah.
Jimmy Hernandez.
Oh, it's Jimmy. Jimmy is one of my students in my Grammar Genius course, actually.
Welcome,
nice
Jimmy.
to see you here, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He is a great guy.
Jules' family does not play the lottery because it wastes a lot of money. Very true. Really, really true. You know, I understand that it is kind of a waste of money, but I like the moment of adrenaline.
Yeah.
VSK says no, he doesn't play the lottery. Alicia plays bingo.
Oh, bingo. Oh, that's fun.
Bingo.
Bingo's really fun. Yeah. That's a good game.
Maria Therese sometimes plays the lottery, always hopes to win, but never, never.
That's the problem with it.
Fingers crossed, Mary's.
Yeah.
Keep hope.
Maybe one day.
Rakev is asking, where's my university? So I understand you're asking me about the university where I studied. I studied in Trinity College, Dublin, in the capital of Ireland. And I studied Spanish literature and translation and English literature. It was, you study both subjects for 3 years and then you specialize. And it was an amazing experience. It was really life-changing because the professors I had were so fluent in Spanish. They're Irish professors, but incredibly high level of Spanish. And they had such a level of dedication, enthusiasm, and preparation in their classes. And I really would like to see more people get access to that kind of education, you know?
Yeah.
What would you guys do? So anybody watching here, if you won, let's say you won $5 million or euros or whatever, what would you guys do?
And you're not allowed to say travel the world.
Everybody, I know that's what everybody would do, but I don't know, what else? After you travel the world, what would you do?
Yeah, with your leftover money.
Carmen's asking, she said, you'd love to work for you. Would you accept being part of your staff? Absolutely. Come to Donegal, Ireland, and teach.
Yeah, Spanish. In the university you built. Nice.
Definitely. All right. How often do you think about money, and is money a stressful part of life for you?
I don't think it's stressful. No, not for me. I'm lucky. I'm in a situation where I don't have to worry about money all the time. And I think everything's kind of automated now. So, you know, all the bills are automated and everything just kind of comes into the account and goes out of the account. So it's not like maybe I have to write checks and I'm very aware of it all. How often do
saying the direct debit, which is automated bills. Yeah,
exactly. So it's just kind of all happening behind the scenes. I guess I think about it consciously if I want to buy something specific that's a bit more expensive that I wouldn't normally spend money on. And then I might think about, but not stressed. I have, I think, a happy relationship with money. Yeah. What about you?
I'm definitely working on it. I think about money quite a lot. I find the cost of living here in Ireland is really expensive.
Yeah. Okay.
At the moment, with the money that I'm earning, it's not really permitting me to save anything. All the money I save goes towards my tax bills.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of stressful for me a little bit. I'm working on it. I'm learning to become more relaxed and more trusting about it. But yeah, it's definitely a stressful part of life for me still a little bit.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a lot to do with mindset, isn't it? You have to work on that relationship with money. Yeah,
and I'm slowly kind of working it. Raikev is asking the name of university which you opened. No, Raikev, I did not open a university.
Not yet.
I'm only saying that if I won the lottery, if I won millions and millions and millions of euros, that's what I would do. it's a dream.
Yeah.
It's not real, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, right, Kev?
So
But
maybe it's worth saying when we're using that structure, it's kind of like we're imagining when we use that if structure.
Yeah,
we're
it's
imagining.
a second conditional kind of phrase. Yeah, definitely. Alicia says she would first pay bills, then buy a house.
Nice.
We're so similar, Alicia. We just think the same. So what about the guys in the comments? Is money a stressful part of life for you? Yes or no? Do you find it is something you think a lot about? Do you feel that your father's sort of influence has really helped you with money, helped you to understand, have a good relationship with money?
Definitely. As kids, we did, a lot of maths, and if we got money, we would talk about what we're going to save and what we're going to spend. So, however, my brother was completely different with money, so I don't know if that does come from that or not. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I definitely picked up on some of those skills, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rakev saying no, it's not. It's not a stressful part of life.
Not stressful. That's good.
Definitely. If VSK said yes, it is stressful. Yeah, I'm in the same. I think a lot about money and how can I increase the money coming in and this kind of stuff. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's probably more stressful if you live on your own as well. I don't feel fully responsible. Oh, bye, Jimmy. Nice to see you here. See you next time.
Where's Jimmy from? Where are you from, Jimmy?
I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but I'm pretty sure he's originally from Venezuela, but he lives in Spain now.
Okay. Gracias por venir. Que te vaya bien. Espero que te haya gustado. I have a lot of students in Spain as well. So, bit of a philosophical question. Money can't buy happiness. Agree or disagree, Nicki?
I think that's true. I think that it can't buy you long-term happiness. That has to come from within. But having said that, I think that money can buy you things that might make you happy for a short period of time. So, for example, if you can afford to go and have a week in the sunshine, of course, that's going to make you feel happy for that week. Or if you go on a shopping spree and you buy lots of nice clothes, it's gonna lift you. You're gonna feel happy about that. But I don't think it can buy you, contentment.
Money can make you happy in the short term.
Yeah. It can definitely buy you moments of happiness, but I think that real happiness has to come from inside. So, kind of leading on to the second question, I don't know if it really matters if you're rich or you're poor. I think if you're poor, money can be stressful, but it's not necessarily that if you had a lot of money, you would automatically feel happy.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily go hand in hand. Would you agree, or?
No, definitely not. I have a sort of a philosophy that the only real currency, or the only way to be rich, this is my personal philosophy, is in being useful and helping others.
Yeah.
This is why if I made millions, the first thing I would want to do is give people university education, donate to paying student nurses and this kind of stuff, because I believe that positive energy is the only way I could be happy.
Yes, I 100% agree. Yeah, it comes from that feeling inside, feeling like you're useful and, valuable to society and feeling good about yourself. But yeah, of course, there are things that are going to boost your day if you can treat yourself to something nice.
I saw a documentary recently. It was called Can't Get You Out of My Head. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No.
It just talks about the social changes in the past 60, 70 years in all over the country. And one of the things that happened with the American middle class in 60s, 70s, 80s, that when they became very wealthy and they had houses, cars out there, they immediately had a volume addiction.
Yeah, I think there are stresses and problems that come with being poor, but for really rich people, I think there can be some stress around money there as well.
Yeah. We've got an interesting comment here for a bright future. Basic income would prevent you from suffering.
There's got to be a minimum, hasn't there? Like if you're really, really poor, then obviously that's going to be.
To give you a little bit of a little bit of feedback for About Future. So basic income would prevent you from suffering from hunger and need. Yeah. Well, yeah, we agree, definitely.
Yeah.
I think we sort of call this social safety net.
Yeah.
Where we talk about how a government should take care of people who are extremely poor and help them out of poverty. Yeah, very cool. Thanks for commenting for About Future. Is I haven't seen you before. It's great to see you. Alicia's, I think this name is Alicia Marie's Totally Blind. That name's so funny. But when giving donations there, Suhana says, sometimes it is stressful, especially when you're the only breadwinner for the family.
That's what I mentioned earlier, is I do feel supported because my husband's also bringing an income into the house. But I love this word, breadwinner. That's really useful for the other students.
What does your husband do, if you don't mind me asking?
He's an accountant as well.
Oh, that's really convenient.
Yeah, married my father. Yeah, so obviously accountancy runs in the family, and now my son said he wants to be an accountant when he grows up, but he's only 6. He doesn't know any better.
Well, it's quite that's a positive sign. Amal says money can't buy happiness. It can bring you short-term happiness. It can bring you comfort, but it's definitely not just going to make you happy just for that there. Yeah, cool. Okay, next question. Did your parents give you pocket money when you were a child?
Yeah, but not a lot. I think I got £1 or maybe £2 on a Sunday, and I had to clean my dad's car for that.
Yeah, it was very similar for me because when I was very young, when I was 7 or 8 or 9, the euro didn't exist. The euro started when I was a teenager, and I got something similar. Like we called it the Irish pound as well. And I really missed the coin. It was a nice big bright silver coin with a deer on it.
I remember that pound was quite exciting though. You know, if you got a tiny pound, it was good. But yeah, I had to earn it. It wasn't just given to me. I had to clean the car or pick up leaves in the front garden or something like that. Do some, chores. Wouldn't we?
That's just what Jules said here. My parents did give me pocket money, but I had to do chores.
Yeah. I think this is Thivia. So that's exactly what I just said, that I did get pocket money, but I had to do chores to earn them. So yeah, well said.
What did you spend your money on?
I don't really remember. I think I was one of those annoying children that did put it in a piggy bank. Yeah. And didn't go and buy sweets. Like, how sad. I just saved it. Because I remember my brother would, go and buy sweets and magazines and things. And I just saved it all like a loser.
I used to spend all my money. When I was a really young child, I loved dinosaurs. That was my big thing. Yeah, there was
fossils. Did you collect fossils and things?
Not so much. It was more that there was a special series of magazines that every week you got a little piece of a dinosaur, and you had to put it together like that there. So Carmen says in Uruguay there's no pocket money. Not common here.
Okay.
In Uruguay it's not common. That's kind of there. So are you gonna break the cycle, Carmen? I know your kids are adults now, but you could give them a little pocket money. Why not? You could just
for the grandchildren, maybe.
Alicia says it's so ironic that the rich get stressed with money too. Yeah. What's really interesting is that they did a survey about the people who have those really expensive yachts, those big, massive, really like $25 million yachts. That what was the number one activity they did? And it's watching Netflix.
No, oh my goodness.
Exactly the same as poor people. You know,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's kind of funny. Um, is this do the majority of American families support their children until they reach 18?
Is that a question? A question rather than a...
I'm not really sure. I'm from Ireland and Nikki's from England, so
Yeah.
I
I
guess
don't know, but I guess if we were talking about our countries, yeah, probably about 18, although it can be longer. It depends on the family, and it depends whether sometimes at 18, you know, people go off to university and their parents still pay for their university education. So I think it depends a bit on the family here
yeah.
in England, but I don't know about America.
No, I'm not really sure. And America's a big country. It can vary a
Could be
lot.
different in different parts, yeah.
What's wrong, Rahev? What are you doing? Why are you typing in letters like this? Please stop that, Rahev. I can't read when you write like this. Never spent money in my childhood. Okay, what's the next one here? VSK says, my parents didn't used to give me pocket money. Yeah, there. Wow, okay. Maybe if you have children, you can give your kids pocket money. My student Gulnar is here. Privyet. No, you're okay. We're like 50% of the class. It's just Gulnar is an amazing student from Russia. She's
Hi,
really,
Gunnar.
really.
And her daughter's doing dancing classes. How lovely.
Yeah. Oh, that's very common. Is that very popular with I have another student, Victoria, who's always missing my class in the membership group because she's going dancing.
Nice.
My parents gave me pocket money and I spent it as I wanted on books, on cinema. The
cinema. Oh yeah. Do you remember when cinemas were open? Forgot about the cinema.
Oh, you remember that? Jules' family was very dedicated. He spent his money for school supplies.
Yeah.
When I was a child, get there.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Me, it was sweets and magazines, basically.
Yeah. So dinosaur magazines. Nice.
So, Nicki, what is something you think is a waste of money?
I think that's a really good question because it's so subjective, isn't it? You know, I actually don't really. For me, for example, I would never spend money on designer clothes. I would never get a designer handbag or, you know, designer clothes. But I can understand that other people enjoy spending money on things like that and they feel good in those clothes. So for me, that would be a waste of money. But, you know, each to their own, as we would say. You know, something, I don't know if it's really a waste of money, but something I hate spending money on is parking. So if I have to pay for parking, I will usually park further away and walk to get free parking. So that's something I hate spending money on. Actually, I hate spending money on anything to do with my car because it's just not exciting.
It's more practical and useful. It's not very exciting. Yeah,
and you can't see what you got for your money. You know, there's nothing to show for it. If you have to buy a new gearbox or something. What
about you guys? Sorry. So what about you guys in the comments? What is something you consider a waste of money? Total waste of money. Just very quickly, I think the money that you pay for sort of television channels, the different sort of packages you pay per month.
Mm-hmm.
I find I just watch on the internet like everybody else, but it feels like when I was in someone's house and you're sort of changing channels, and then when the advertisements come on every single channel to force you to watch the ads.
Yes.
And it just feels like, why am I paying to watch advertisements?
Yeah.
Why am I paying for this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Have you ever bought something you regretted?
I think I'm quite careful, actually. I probably think quite a lot before I buy something. So I don't think I've ever rushed into buying something and then regretted it. No. What about you? Is there something you regret buying?
I'm trying to think, is there something I really regretted? I remember one time I paid a lot of money for like a marketing coaching package, and I don't I don't want to say how much money it was, but it
Okay.
was an absurd amount of money. And I really thought it was going to help me. And mostly I wasn't ready for
Yeah.
that. kind of
Okay. Could
coaching
you do it again now? Have you still got access?
No, I don't have the money. I
No,
don't
but
have
I
the
mean, do you still have access to the course? Could you
No,
do
it
it?
was mostly sort of coaching, sort of
Ah,
back there, and I
yeah,
learned a lot of the lessons, but
yeah,
it was really, really expensive, and I really thought that the investment would return,
yeah,
but I really regret spending the money now because I could have invested it in some other things,
yeah.
and out there, like I prefer not to say how much. It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Suhana gives pocket money to all my children, even though they are bored in school. Well, that's nice where everything is provided. Well, that's just being a nice, loving,
Yeah.
caring mom.
Yeah. Thank you.
Kalinka has to go. Take care.
Nice to see you, Kalinka. See you
Bye-bye.
soon.
This is interesting from Bright Future. When you don't use the full capacity, it's not logical to buy premium devices instead of buying PF devices.
Yeah, yes, I know what you mean. So, for example, for me, I haven't got a fancy phone because I know that I'm not going to use all of the features. I've just got a phone where I can send some messages.
Yeah, I deliberately buy a really cheap phone as well.
Yeah.
I'm not good with technology. Well, I'm good with technology, but I'm not always good at taking care of these items, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think about hoarding? Like hoarding money, like not putting money in the bank and putting it under your mattress?
Maybe she means hoarding things.
Do you mean hoarding money, Alicia, or do you mean hoarding things, like keeping things in your home out there?
That's something I do with money is declutter, declutter my house and then give things to charity or sell them. Because I don't like hoarding at all. I like everything to be minimalist.
I'm just putting in this up in the here. Oh, I can't write fast enough. I can never write fast enough for the comments.
You need like a little assistant.
To declutter is to remove things from your home. Yeah, cool. Gulnar says it. I have to say it sometimes happens to me, but very frequently is more forking out than wasting on something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I assume you're talking about something that you really need and it's just kind of expensive. Yeah, it makes sense. You're a very level-headed woman, Gunnar. You're very intelligent. So Suhana says we are in the same boat, Nicki. I've seldomly bought branded items.
Yeah, I can't see the difference, but maybe I would if I bought them. But yeah, for me, I can't see the difference. Nice.
Alicia, come back. She was talking about hoarding things.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So as I said, I don't hoard things. I like to declutter. So yeah. What about you, Terry? Are you a hoarder?
I used to hoard things. I used to keep a lot of things. For example, I have in my parents' house, there's a little space in the attic, which was it was agreed this is my space that nobody can touch. I had books and some old things there from 20 years ago that I always had this idea, one day I will go and look at them in one day. But then I really just decluttered, removed all of it, and I really try not to keep too many things. Yeah. I really try not to have not an attachment to things and just not worry about it, you know.
Yeah, some things are sentimental, aren't they? You know, if it's like the first watch that your dad gave you or something. But yeah, not too many things. That's an interesting topic.
Gulnar is talking about declutter is something like to clean out. It's very similar. Think about the old things you don't need anymore, Gulnar. Like I had some books from university. I had some old magazines and books and toys from when I was a child. And when something is cluttered, it means there's too many things in the space. Like usually my desk is cluttered because there are just too many things and it doesn't feel kind of easy. It just feels kind of annoying, you know. And I'm a little bit of a messy person, a little bit. So yeah, it's very similar to clean out. It's almost the same kind of idea. Yeah. Carmen is saying to donate extra things. I am going to donate things, Carmen. I am waiting for the charity shops to reopen.
Yes. Or you could keep them for your university when you build it.
When I build my university. Yeah,
when you build your university, put all your old books in there.
Yeah. Carmen says if they have sentimental value, that'd be different. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. We agree if they're like something really important.
Yeah, your love letters from your childhood sweetheart. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I that was one of the things I kept. I had an old love letter from my first love, and for Bright Future saying there was a documentary about keeping too many things to the degree you turn your home into a garbage dump. It can happen. It can definitely happen.
You know, for a bright future, I really like a makeover program when they're like that, and then they go in and declutter it all, and then they show it at the end. I like that kind of program.
Yeah. I think we're coming to the. I think this might be the last question here. What is an example of something that is dirt cheap? So 1 second here. So it's kind of very similar to the next question. Was great value for money? Maybe not exactly the same question here. Let's go back. So what's an example of something that is dirt cheap? Dirt cheap means it's extremely cheap.
Yeah, I was struggling to think of an answer for this one, actually. I guess like a McDonald's burger's pretty cheap, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's nice. But considering it's apparently meat, it's cheap. There's a car wash near our house, which is, I think, £2 to get your car washed, and that's dirt cheap for it because it's a really good car wash as well. So it's also, I know you're going to come on to that next question, it's also really good value because it's cheap, but it's effective. Yeah.
One thing I find is there's two supermarkets in Ireland. I think they're Aldi and Lidl.
We've got those now as well. And they're really good because they are cheap, but the quality I think is pretty good for the price.
But some of the products, like there's always the products in the middle, which are sort of domestic or electronics or something. And some of them are extremely cheap. They're extremely, good value.
Yeah.
Gulnar is saying it's about me. Working desk is always decluttered. Yeah, you're lucky. I have to get better at that, I have to admit. All right. Au revoir, Marie. Thank you so much.
Bye, Marie.
Thanks for coming here. I can't read the names in Russian, but I know that it's not good, but sometimes I can buy something from people whom I regret, especially from old people.
I think that might be Natalia. I'm not sure. I can buy something from people who okay. So that was the question we were talking about earlier about regretting buying something.
Something you buy regrets. VSK says chocolates are pretty cheap.
Oh, that's nice.
You're making me hungry, VSK.
Actually, yeah, Cadbury's is pretty cheap, and I love Cadbury's chocolate. That's cheap.
Alicia saying a gum. Do you think maybe? I think you mean chewing gum.
Chewing gum, maybe.
Is Alicia? Yeah, maybe chewing gum. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'll go to the next question, which I think is the last one anyway. What is an example of something that is great value for money, and what is one of the best things you have ever bought? So the car wash I mentioned, I think is great value for money. The supermarkets that you were talking about, some of the things in there. One of the best things I've ever bought, I think my house, because I love this house and we bought it at a good time and it's increased in value a lot. So that's nice too. Not that we're going to sell it, but the value's gone up a lot. And we're very happy here. So yeah, that was probably my all-time best purchase was my house. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, just the first question was something great value for money is maybe it sounds silly, but Netflix is amazing value for money.
That's true, actually, and the quality of the programs on there and all the Netflix owned films are great. And if you imagine going to the cinema to watch those, it would cost a fortune. So yeah, Netflix is really good.
My all-time favorite is The Big Bang Theory. I'm like a 5-year-old child. I just never get that. When it comes to the end of 12 seasons, I just put it right back to the first.
So you've definitely got your money's worth with that then, if you've watched it over and over.
Definitely, absolutely, yeah. So this is Layla from English TV Live. Sorry,
okay. Sorry, Layla.
Don't know how to read Russian yet. I promise I'm going to start. I keep promising I'm going to start. She's saying dirt cheap products are in doubt. Yeah, they can be doubtful. It can be.
Oh, okay. I see what she means. Yeah, you can't trust if it's going to be good quality or not. Mm-hmm. That's
sometimes. Like the quality, like in Aldi and Lidl, these supermarkets, the quality is really good. That's what's really surprising sometimes out there.
Yeah.
Question here from Gulnar. What about quality when something is dirt cheap? Is it cheap and cheerful? Well, I guess it depends. Some things can be dirt cheap and bad quality, and some things can be dirt cheap and can be really great quality. Like, for example, for A Bright Future says here, maybe one of them is a cheap classic secondhand novels. Yep, books, secondhand books can be dirt cheap and they can be amazing novels. Bye, Radhika. Take care. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. Take care.
Just to come back to, cheap and cheerful, I think that's a really nice phrase. And I would maybe use it to describe if I bought like a pair of sandals that I only know are going to last only one summer. They weren't expensive. They're going to fall apart at the end of the summer, but I like them. Then I would just say, oh, they were cheap and cheerful. They'll do for one summer. They look nice. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, nice phrase.
For me, one of the best things I've ever bought, and maybe this sounds strange, is actually the punching bag that I bought, because I always wanted to do some kind of exercise, but I would find it at home with like exercise videos. After 2 minutes, I would just stop.
Yeah.
This is something that I really enjoy. Like I really enjoy training all 4 of punches, elbows, knees, and kicks, and it's a fun way for me to exercise. And it was only like 180 euros, and it's been amazing value. I've used it every single day.
Yeah, no, that's true. Exercise. Oh, I couldn't go to a gym. Exercise has got to be easy.
It has to be
Otherwise,
easy.
you don't do it. Yeah.
Alicia says a phone with talkback or assistive technology is one of the best things ever bought. Yeah, cool, definitely. Yeah. I'm waiting for when technology and voice recognition is a little bit better, so that I can just give commands to the computer. I'm waiting. I can't wait. Like in the science fiction movies, definitely. Okay. Thanks to everyone for coming. This is great.
It was really nice to see all the comments.
Yeah, please take a moment to check out Nicki's YouTube channel. The link is in the description. I don't have the link to put in the comments, but the link is in the description. And you have a Grammar Genius course at the moment, Nicki. Could you tell us about
so
that?
the YouTube channel, if you're looking for it, is just my name as you see it here, Nicki the English teacher. And the Grammar Genius course, enrollment's open now if anyone wants to come and enroll. Do you have the link for that one? I think it's in the description, isn't it?
The link's in the description, definitely.
Yeah. It's a 6-week course and I help you through the course, and I'm also doing 8 Zoom calls this time as well. So it's really fun. A couple of the students who are in it came today, so nice to see those guys. I run it only once a year, so come and check it out. It's good fun, and it will just help you to become more fluent.
I think it's amazing value for 8 sessions and to have home exercises and videos and lessons. I think it's an amazing value. So
thank you. Yeah, and you can do that 6-week course. You can do it whenever you want. So it's really flexible. Yeah. Thanks, Terry.
Cool. So thank you, Bright Future. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. Gulnar, thank you for coming. It's always
nice to meet you, Gulnar.
I'll be back in English TV Live next week. I took a week off to focus on things. Thank you for coming. Alicia is here, right there. Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Lovely students.
I think my voice is a little bit tired now after talking for an hour. Thanks for everyone for coming. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe to Nicki's channel and check out her Grammar Genius
Thank
course.
you.
All right.
Thanks, Terry.